The simply groundbreaking event is next up in Pokemon Go, and in this video I will be going through all of the details and tips to help you make the most of it. So the event runs from November 15th at 10 AM until the 17th at 8 PM local time. Max Drillbur will be making its Pokemon Go debut in 1-star max battles, and being in 1-star max battles means it is easily soloable, and this one will actually be really worth picking up, but I'll get into that more later on. For the bonuses, you will have 2 times chance to receive Candy XL from catching Pokemon if you are level 31 or above. And it does also say on the infographic that Niantic put out about this event that there will be an increased chance to encounter shiny Drillbur. However, this bonus hasn't been included in the blog post, so I'm not actually 100% sure whether there is going to be a shiny boost or not, but I will update in the comments if I find out. You will be able to complete event-themed field research to get Drillbur Candy XL, and encounters with Drillbur itself. There will also be free timed research that'll get you Drillbur encounters, Candy, and Candy XL for Drillbur. And in the wild for the event, you will be able to encounter Jigglypuff, Diglett, Alolan Diglett, Rhyhorn, Phanpy, Whismur, Kricketot, Woobat, Drillbur, Noibat, and the rare encounter will be Excadrill, which can also be shiny. For the raids, at the time of this recording, in 1-star raids are Electabuzz, Magmar, Miltank, Shinx, and Ferroseed. In 3-star raids, we've got Chansey, Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Decidueye, and Drampa. These 1-star and 3-star raids, however, might change when the event starts, but there hasn't been any 1-star or 3-star raids announced specifically for this event. In 5-star raids will be Lugia, which will have Aeroblast when caught. In Mega raids will be Mega Salamence, and in 5-star Shadow raids will be Shadow Suicune on Saturdays and Sundays only. In 1-star max battles will be the debut of Max Drillbur. But which event Pokemon are worth focusing on the most? So firstly, we do have Jigglypuff spawning in the wild, and its evolution Wigglytuff is actually a decent Pokemon in the Great League, where it is ranked 51 with 0, 15, 12 IVs. Rhyhorn will be a great one to go after because Rhyperior is the 6th best rock type attacker, and it's the best rock type attacker in its shadow form. It is also the 13th best ground type attacker and the 6th as a shadow. And for Go Battle League, Rhyperior is actually one of the best Pokemon in the Master League at rank 7, so it is actually one of the most accessible Pokemon for the Master League, even though it does need Legacy move Rockrakka to be at its best. And whilst not meta relevant, Whismur will be available, and it will be a welcome addition to the event for those that have been stuck on the second part of the 1000-year slumber Jirachi research, which does require you to catch 3 Whismur. Noibat will be available, and it doesn't have much meta relevance either, but it does require 400 candy to evolve into Noivern. So if you need it for the dex, this will be a great chance for you to get some candy because it is normally a very rare spawn. It will also be a good opportunity to work on your Dragon Tamer medal with Noibat being a Dragon type, and Dragon types are among the rarest Pokemon in the game. So this is generally one of the more difficult type medals to get. And Drillbur and Excadrill will be available during the event, and I would highly recommend going for Max Drillbur as a priority over the regular Drillbur, because only the max version can be used in max battles as well as regular battles. And Max Excadrill is going to be a very important max Pokemon to have this month because of the Go Wild Area event. This Go Wild Area event will be releasing Max and G-Max Toxtricity into the game, and the G-Max raids in particular are pretty difficult and often require 10 plus trainers to beat. However, Toxtricity is both a poison and electric type, and therefore it will have a double weakness to ground type attacks, and Excadrill happens to be one of the best budget ground type attackers in the game. It is the 16th best ground type attacker and the 8th best as a shadow. So if you are planning on doing G-Max Toxtricity raids, and if you only have a few people to raid with in particular, you will want to try and power up some Max Excadrill for these battles because it will be the best counter that you can use against G-Max Toxtricity, and it will make the battle a lot easier. I would also recommend maxing out your Max Particles on the 14th and keep them for the 15th so you can battle as many Max Drillbur as you can as soon as they start. Doing as many of these battles as you can early means you will have more time to spend gathering Max Particles to use them to level up the Max moves ready for G-Max Toxtricity battles that will be global on the 23rd and the 24th of November. And if you aren't interested in max battles, Max Drillbur will still be worth going after because it is a very useful raid counter. And as I mentioned before, if the 1-star and 3-star raids do happen to stay the same as they are at the time of this recording, these are the ones that are most worth going after. So Electabuzz can be a good option because Electivire is the 15th best electric type raid attacker and the 6th best as a shadow, so it could be worth picking up some candy for the shadow version if you have it. However, if you are going to be playing the Go Wild area event later on in the month, I would recommend holding onto your raid passes and not using them on Electabuzz, because Electabuzz and Electivire will be in the wild during this event. Miltank has meta relevance in the Go Battle League, where it is ranked 54 in the Great League with 0 14 14 IVs, and it's ranked 48 in the Ultra League with 4 15 15 IVs. And although the IV floor of 10 10 10 from raids aren't ideal for these PvP IV spreads, you can always mirror trade with somebody to try and reroll the IVs. Getting Candy XL for Miltank for the Ultra League can be quite tough because it is rarely featured in events, so it's worth raiding it while you can. Moving on to the 5-star raids, we have Lugia with legacy move Aeroblast, so this will be a great chance to get this move without using an elite charge TM. Lugia is ranked 57 in the Master League, and it's the 13th best flying type attacker in its shadow form, so definitely not a bad Pokemon to raid. But if you are limited on raid passes, I would hold on to your raid passes and use them on Origin Palkia, Origin Dialga, Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre raids that are coming up later on in the month, which are more meta relevant. Mega Salamence will be returning, and it is the 3rd best dragon type attacker and the 3rd best flying type attacker in the game, but if you have access to Mega Rayquaza, the Mega Salamence is less of a priority to raid. And once you know which Pokemon are worth focusing on, how can you maximize on candy for them? So there are actually a few ways of getting extra candy gains during this event. So you can always use Pinap Berries to increase candy gains, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon of the same type of the Pokemon you're catching to increase the amount of candy, Candy XL and XP you get per catch. And for this event, I would recommend Mega Evolving a ground type so you can get more of these resources for Drillbur and Rhyhorn in particular. For this, you can Mega Evolve Steelix, Swampert, Garchomp, or revert Groudon. Remember to Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level if you can, to get more candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. And regarding this event, when catching Pokemon, you will have a 2x chance to get Candy XL. And for Drillbur in particular, you can get more candy in Candy XL through timed and field research as well, so it's definitely worth grinding out some of these tasks. And it is worth noting that trading is also a great way to get extra candy this season, because you will get 1 additional candy and 1 guaranteed XL candy per trade, so if you can do some trades, I would prioritize trading over transferring your Pokemon. And there are no specific XP and Stardust bonuses for the event, but there are still some ways to maximize these resources. So for Stardust, there is actually a Spotlight Hour coming up a couple of days after this event on the 19th at 6 PM, and it will feature Combee and Teddiursa, and the bonus will be 2x catch Stardust. And Combee is a Stardust boosted Pokemon that gives 750 Stardust per catch normally. This will be 1500 Stardust per catch during the event and 2250 with a Star Piece active. So this event is well worth playing if you're looking to build Stardust. And if you do have any Stardust boosted Pokemon in your field research stack, this would be a great time to catch those. It could also be worth using Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend Adventure effect during this event to maximize the distance you can encounter Combee at. And for XP, increased XP for leveling up Friendship will still be active, so definitely worth sending and opening as many gifts as you can each day. And with the level 49 requirements of 35 platinum medals, here are some medals that are most worth going after during this event in particular. So with Drillbur being the main focus of the event, this will be a good chance to work on your Platinum Ruin Maniac medal. And as I mentioned before, Noibat will be a common spawn, and this will be really helpful to get your Dragon Tamer medal. With there being event themed field research featuring Drillbur encounters and Drillbur Candy and Candy XL, it will be well worth trying to grind out as much of these field research tasks as possible, and this will help you with your Platinum Pokemon Ranger medal. And with the trading seasonal bonuses, trading is well worth doing instead of transferring Pokemon, so it could be a good opportunity to work on your Platinum Gentleman and Pilot Platinum medals. And with that said, if you did enjoy this video, then I recommend checking out these videos on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.